So in this video, I want to briefly go over of how you can actually in fact make a profit. It's really very easy to explain because if we take an example here, I gave 99 Robux for these horns originally, and at some point they were selling for 600. If I were to go to my selling list, for example, I'll show you some of the profits I've made, actually in fact, from selling UGC Limiteds. If I go to the sales of good page and I go to the number of items, you can see the shades right here in particular have made me 145 Robux each, and I only gave 70 Robux for each of them, and I bought 13 of them and doubled my profits on them. This I gave 99 Robux for, and let's see what I got for it. If I can find it in my menu, I got 195. I doubled my profit on this. I gave 100 Robux for only like 10 of these, right? And I was making 375 of each of them, so I tripled my profits on this sword. Now, that's only excluding UGC Limited. If you want to get into UGC Limited investing, you have to sort of find the good demand category. What items are good, what items do people want? You have to think of the stock and what items people would want. This in particular, it has a very good balanced stock, a very good original price, and it definitely does do good in selling now. I basically missed out a ton by not hoarding this a lot. I definitely can admit that. I messed up big, but it did profit me, and that's all that matters. Now, if you look at groups such as Inol, now if we look at this, I profited off 13 of these by twice, and overall it is very good. However, if we were to go looking at other ways you could save money in Robux, let's say if I wanted to utilize the 40% method, lots of you may be wondering, what is the 40% method? The 40% method is where if you buy an item inside of your own game's group, you will in fact profit off of it and keep 40% of your Robux. I'm looking at my funds right now. I have 1,851 pending, and if I go to the item I just found right now and I buy the 25 Robux necklace inside of this game, I will be showing you guys how to set it up in another video if you guys want. If I go right here, I buy it, and I somehow refresh it now from 1,851, it's now 1,860. That alone saved me 40% of the Robux I just spent on that chain. Another very useful thing you could do, in fact, is do Roblox Clothing. You may be wondering, how can Roblox Clothing profit a lot? Well, if we go to the past 90 days, you'll see the past 90 days, my best selling shirt has made me 2,744 Robux, and it only costed 10 Robux to make this shirt. As you can see, a lot of things have sold, and as you can see, it only costed 10 Robux to make each of these shirts. If you want to make profit off of clothing, you want to add tags in the description, so when people search any of these assets, it's a bunch of tags that you would have kids searching. It would give it into the algorithm essentially to show your product on the front page to a bunch of people who would be buying your work. But if you wanted to get into, let's say, the old routes of profiting, like trading, for example, trading is practically impossible to do. It is not really a good thing to rely on now. Trading itself is like a very, very messy shithole for profiting. It's too inflated, it's garbage. You do not want to stick with trading anymore. It's not like how it was in 2016 where you can have an egg and make it to 100,000 value. If you want to go big, however, you want to rely on game development. You can make a game and it can explode, even if it's not an insane idea, such as Blade Ball, for example. Blade Ball isn't a really insane idea. It's really easy to make, and yet they profit a ton. It's just you have to appeal to what Roblox wants to push out in their algorithm. If your game has a bunch of game passes and your game is actually fun to play for, like, let's say a bunch of 10-year-olds, Roblox will push your game out rather over a good quality game simply because they can profit off of it.